Let's talk about toilets.
All right.
One of the most common things to happen with a toilet is either a leak or a running toilet. A running toilet can waste up to 200 gallons of water in just 1 week.
Wow, that is significant, and my water bill is already high.
We want to make sure we're putting an end to that.
That's right.
So the first thing we're going to do is look at this toilet and kind of figure out how it runs, look at the water flushing mechanism, and kind of go through some of the basics. So we're going to take the top off the tank here, and we're going to look at the system that we have in place. So this is similar to any system you would see. There's a few different things that I'll show you a little bit later, but they all work the same exact way. This is your flushing mechanism, and this is your refill mechanism. So what happens is, when you flush down, this valve is going to come up, causing all the water to go out of here and into the base here.
Okay.
As the water refills, that valve is going to fall all the way to the bottom, causing a perfect seal so water doesn't seep through it. And this part right here is going to float up to the top, causing the water to stop. So the way the water works, the way it releases, is when you flush the toilet, the water forces through here into this area. It comes right through down here. As you can see, that U-shaped on all toilets. What that does is it creates a siphon. It gets rid of all the water, allowing it then to fill up with fresh and clean water.
Okay.
There's a lot of different styles out there, but they're all pretty basic and have the same features. But the most common one is similar to something you have here, or something like this. So this is a flapper and bowl unit. You'll see this in a lot of toilets, and the biggest problem you'll see with these is the flapper doesn't create a perfect seal when it goes down. So water will start coming through the flapper and constantly running, raising your water bill.
Yes.
Or the other problem is this bowl right here, which just screws right off, will crack and fill with water, never allowing it to float all the way to the top, forcing your water to constantly run. The last feature that happens is this chain right here. There may be too much or not enough play in this chain. This attaches right to the handle.
Okay.
It'll have a bar right there and having an adjustment. So you want to make sure that there's a little sag, not too much, and you don't want it tight, because that won't allow your flap to go all the way down. Shut your water off on the right hand side there.
All right.
There's a valve right there. Just turn that to the right as tight as you can.
All the way to the right.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
I think I got it tight enough.
That looks good. So now simply flush this, and you'll actually see how your toilet works. So as the water level drops, this goes down just like it would with a flapper and creates a seal at the bottom, preventing any more water to go through the system. Now if we still had your water on, this would be filling up all the way, raising this right here to the shutoff peak, preventing it from running any further.
Okay.
So what we're going to do next is we're going to get rid of the excess water. There's not much left in there, but we wouldn't want to work with that much water and then it'll make a mess. So we're going to scoop it out with a cup and a sponge.
Okay.
Just try and dry it up as much as you can.
Okay.
It's going to make squeeze it right in. To make everything else we're doing a lot easier. Most toilet bowls have 3 bolts right here. That mounts your bowl and your tank together.
Okay.
So as you can see right here, there's a little seal that goes right around each one of those.
I see it.
Yep, those will get dry rotted and they'll start to crack. So when that happens, water's gonna come right through.
Right.
So that would be an area you need to replace. Another area you wanna look at is around the base of the toilet.
Okay.
So we wanna look around the whole base and make sure there's no water damage or water visible showing that there has been a leak. We look pretty good here. The next thing we want to do is make sure that it's bolted to the floor correctly. So you're really just going to give it a good shake and see if it's loose at all, if it wobbles. So why don't you try that?
Okay. Oh yeah, that feels pretty tight.
It's secured pretty good. So in a situation like that, if you're still having leaking, you may have a bad wax seal. So every toilet has a wax seal that goes up underneath it when they install their toilet. And it creates a total column of water to go through so you don't have any leaking out onto your floor. At time, over time, they get rotten, they dry up, they cause leaking to happen in the toilet. So what you need to do in this situation is we're going to make sure our water valve shut off. We're going to unbolt the line in the back.
Okay.
Take these 2 bolts out on the sides, and we're going to remove this toilet from where it's at right now. There is going to be probably a wax mess or a ring, and then there's going to be a hole. That hole right now, you want to take a rag and just put it in there, so that way you're not causing any gas to come out while you're working. You're then going to put in a perfect seal. So what's great about a perfect seal, that's a lot easier than a traditional wax ring. While it does have wax, it helps create that seal between the floor and your toilet. It's really a no-mess system. So before we install this, we're going to take out the old rag right out of the bottom there. We're going to put this down right over the bolts that are in place. Put the new toilet flush straight down onto this, so that way we know it's nice and even. You're going to bolt it down. We're going to hook up our supply line again in the back. We're going to turn our water on. You have a working toilet. So that's everything there really is to know about a leaking toilet.
Awesome. Well, I have definitely learned so much from you today, and I really appreciate you coming out.
Anytime. Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
Appreciate you.